blow away the smoke, destroy the mirrors, and awaken into reality, your eternal home. March 31, 2014. Here in the spiritual realms our joy is intensifying because your awakening is so near. You could almost reach out and touch it if it was a physical tangible thing, but of course it is not, and it will just suddenly envelop you. You could imagine it to be a bit like someone coming into your bedroom when you are still asleep in the morning and opening the curtains so that the brilliant light of sunshine falls on your face, bringing you instantly to puzzled wakefulness, instead of going through the more normal and gentle awakening to which you are accustomed. But of course the awakening for which you have been waiting will be totally different, in fact utterly awe-inspiring, uplifting, and joyful, 1,000 Christmas and birthday mornings all in one. As we keep reminding you, there will be no disappointments. Your collective path to awakening has been divinely established to lead you home to reality, the eternal presence of God, a state from which you have never departed because there is nowhere else. However, over the eons, the illusion has grown more clouded, more dark, and therefore it has seemed to shroud reality in a cloak in order to hide it from you, but of course that is just your perception. And you are changing your perception, realizing that perception is changeable, unreal, and that beneath the veil it has apparently established, reality is present, as always, in its divine brilliance, awaiting your awakening. Perception is part of the illusion and as such it is unreal, however it is your tool, your means of seeing, understanding, and clarifying your beliefs and opinions. As you open yourselves more and more to the field of love that envelops you, which you are doing, your perception evolves, encouraging you to move forwards to continue on your path of spiritual evolution which is leading you to your awakening. To evolve spiritually is to depart from the illusion, leaving it behind, and awaking into reality, as if from a dream or nightmare. Of course, in reality there is no possibility of dreams, let alone nightmares, and when you awaken that will be readily apparent, as the unreal state that it appears that you built and inhabited just dissolves like morning mist in the brightness of the sun. Reality is brilliant, transparent, stunningly clear in comparison to the dark mistiness of the illusion in which it seems that you have been unwillingly contained for so long. But, you are all masters. What God creates is perfect, without blemish, infinite in its brilliance and power, and He created each one of you. You just chose to forget this or hide it from yourselves while you entertained yourselves within your inhospitable illusion. Look at the stories you write, the pictures that you paint, the plays and movies that you produce. The vast majority involve deceit, betrayal, pain, and suffering, and of course you would claim that they are but stories about the lives humans experience, and that the pain and suffering portrayed within them are but images taken from the reality that you perceive the illusion to be. What you are actually doing is attempting to make them real. And the more you focus your attention on that pain and suffering, drinking it in stories, plays, movies, yes, and wars, the more real it seems to you. Life's like that, you tell yourselves, and you buy into the destructive belief that you can trust no one. And yet, there are people who live in peace and love and harmony, small communities all over the world that prove unequivocally that love works. But mostly you dismiss the reality of that, telling yourselves and one another that those communities are unnatural, weird, and will not last. Or that they are living in attempted seclusion from the real world which will, through their offspring, inevitably envelop them or at least bring home to them the insanity of their unreal hopes and dreams for a gentle, harmonious and loving society which is without doubt, as has been proven time and time again, unachievable. So many of you want to believe that the world is dangerous, unsafe, unjust, a place in which fear and caution are essential to your well-being. And by believing and wanting it, that is what you experience. And you do want it, otherwise you would not experience it. You do create your own reality within the illusory world that you have built. That is the whole point of it. However, finally, enough of you have collectively decided that enough is enough. You have realized that conflict always leads to further conflict, and that peace cannot be enforced, let alone achieved by forcefully destroying those whom you see as being against it, or enemies of it. you are turning towards love, frequently in desperation because it is obvious that nothing else works, but with grave doubts about its efficacy. And it is those doubts that are effectively and seemingly slowing down or delaying your awakening. In truth, that is not the case, because it is all illusory. An unreal experience that will just dissolve as reality embraces you when you choose to let go and fall into its ever-loving arms. You have spent eons trying to find God by searching for Him throughout the illusion which you have succeeded in convincing yourselves was created by Him. But you are eternally one with Him, inseparable from Him, and within the illusion all that you will find are smoke and mirrors. Blow away the smoke, destroy the mirrors, and awaken into reality, your eternal home. Your loving brother, Jesus. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman2.wordpress.com